What's up everyone, Bleak here, and today we are going to be doing a quick review on the Matrova Breeze. This is a new speed pad from a company called Matrova. I do have a custom Breeze that is 500 by 500 with a mid bass, and my custom design is actually Juzo Suzuya from Tokyo Ghoul. So let's get into this review, and I hope you guys really do enjoy it. First things first, Matrova is based out of China. Oh my god, I legit cannot talk today. What the hell? Let's get it right. All right. First things first, Matrova is based out of China. The owner is Levi Lee, and he is the person that you will see on the Discord under the Matrova account. Upon receiving my mousepad, I did reach out to Matrova to kind of learn a bit about them so I can tell you all a little bit for this review. Levi did inform me that the Matrova brands of mousepads, they're a passion project for him. He's trying to bring you all the best for everyone's needs. So I feel like that's a great thing. He puts a lot of time into his pads from what he stated to me. So I just want to get this review out, kind of see how he's doing on these. Alrighty, so before we get into the actual pad itself, I do want to speak a little bit about the packaging. This here is the bazooka tube that the mouse pad did come in. Note they do ship from China. I've experienced that when ordering a custom pad, the average time it takes to get to me is about a month, which includes from the date that I ordered it to the date that I received it. So that's making the pad itself and then shipping it from China. And just so everyone knows, I do live in the USA on the East Coast. I'm not too fond of mouse pads coming rolled up. It's not the best thing for me when they come rolled up because sometimes they don't like to sit on the table flat, but surprisingly enough, this mouse pad did come and it sat flat right out the box, so that's a good thing. There were some QC issues that I had with this packaging that I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about. So as you can see here, the bottom of the packaging is closed. It's closed off with a cap and it has tape to hold the cap on. But if you flip it to the other side, you see there is no cap here. That's not because I took the cap off. It actually came like this. The pad was just rolled up in here. There was no cap, no tape holding it in. So that was a little issue that I had myself. That's only because there was a little bit of dirt on the pad that I could see when I got it. And what's if the pad fell out or anything? So that's just something I wanted to mention to you all. I don't believe they're going to be shipping in these anymore. They're coming up with different shipping methods, and I also don't believe it's Matrova's fault because originally they put this bazooka tube inside of a rectangular box, so it shouldn't have been exposed anyways, but apparently customs or somewhere along the way took that extra box away. So I just wanted to make that clear just so you guys kind of know what you're getting into. And yeah, all right, so let's get into the pad itself. Beautiful. The print on here is just beautiful. The colors pop. The image that I did supply was a bit bigger than this, as it had a lot of red along the sides here and such. Matrova will actually go and crop it themselves and then send you a photo if you contact them so that you can agree or disagree to the cropping. So that's a good thing. So let's get into the way that this pad feels, the way it performs, and things like such. Out of the box, first thing I could tell is this is a smooth pad. This pad is extremely smooth. To the touch, it does have a really oily, silky type of feel to it. It feels like a silk pillow, really. I would assume that we can pretty much blame the smoothness of this pad on its weave. I will be showing the weave on screen right now so that you all can kind of see what it looks like. But this pad is just, it's smooth. You take your mouse over it, you slide it over, you really are not feeling any type of texture. It's a seamless glide while holding the mouse, both static and dynamic, and it's you really can't find anything better when it comes to this. For this being a 3.5 millimeter PU base, the pad is actually also very firm. It doesn't really have a lot of slow rebound or squishiness to it. No muddy feel, obviously. You do not want a muddy feel from a speed pad at all. But you can barely even press into this pad. It just feels really good, really smooth, really oily, really silky. Another thing that should be noted is how well the base of this pad will stick to your table. Obviously, with my custom pad, I went with the PU base, and I mean, that you cannot slide this thing on the table. It will not slide, and when you lift it, you can literally hear it stick to your table. It's not going anywhere. Your aim will not get messed up if you are dragging your arm on it or anything. So I'm just gonna play you all a little sound clip real quick so you can kind of get a feel for how sticky this pad is to your table. Next, I do want to show you all a little bit of a spin test using the G Pro Superlight with the stock PTFE skates, just so that you guys can see. This is obviously a lot heavier than my Hitscan Hyperlight, which had the Jade speed dots on it. But I do like to just throw this in a little bit in reviews for mouse pads, just for the fact that a lot of consumers do own a G Pro Superlight, so it's something that a lot of people can relate to. All right, so let's do a comparison between the Matrova Breeze in mid and the Artisan Raiden mid. Obviously, this is a pad that is highly sought after, highly praised by many in the community. So I feel like it would be a great comparison between the two. As you can see here, the glide on the Breeze is very seamless, very smooth. It seems to pick up speed, but the second that it wants to stop, it does stop rather quickly. Whereas on the Raiden, it seems smooth all around. The stop continues to glide. So on the Breeze, one thing I did notice is that it does have a bit more stopping power than the Raiden mid. When it wants to stop, it seems like the mouse comes to a stop quicker compared to the Raiden mid, where it just continues to glide and slowly come to a stop. It feels great on the mouse pad. There's no abrasions that you run across. It's not uncomfortable on your arm or anything of that sort. You can definitely feel more of a texture on the Artisan Raiden mid than you can on the Breeze. And when sliding the mouse with Jade speed dots across the Breeze, it is rather quiet. Whereas when I put it on the Raiden mid, I can actually hear the glide and the texture on it. So the Breeze is definitely much smoother than the Artisan Raiden mid. All right, so let's take a look here at the stitching. As you can see, the stitching along the side here is below the surface of the mouse pad. There's no fraying on it that I can see. It's very hard to tell where the stitching starts and stops. If you can see, I'm not sure if the camera catches it, it does start and stop right here, but it's very minimal. You can barely even tell. Your arm does not catch on it. It is not uncomfortable when you are moving your arm on it. So that's a great thing as well. One thing I do want to mention is, I know you guys see I have a sleeve on. I do feel that sleeves are very compatible with this pad, even though it is a cloth pad. Most people don't wear sleeves using cloth pads, usually only glass pads. But it gives it a better glide to my liking. Even if you aren't using a sleeve, let me take this sleeve off here for you guys. Your arm does not catch on the pad. As you see, I am pushing down with my arm and it just glides. It glides easy across it. Very good for long gaming sessions. It will not irritate your arm. I do live in Savannah, Georgia, which is a very humid place, just so you all know. So just take that into consideration. All in all, to conclude this video, I just want to say that the Breeze is an amazing pad. I've definitely enjoyed my time on it. It is actually my main pad now when it comes to games that are heavy in tracking, be it the finals, Overwatch, anything of that sort. I've been using it a lot on Kovacs and have broken a lot of my PBs when it comes to tracking, and actually broke some of my static PBs as well. So I can definitely recommend this mouse pad to anyone. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope it did help you guys make a decision some. If you were a little bit on the edge about purchasing a Breeze, I would say go ahead and purchase one. It is an amazing pad. If you all enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.